If your pop-up converts under 3%, you're not just losing subscribers, you're losing tens and thousands of dollars every single month by neglecting probably one of the most important things in your email marketing strategy, your sign-up rate. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to turn this around and get 5, 10, 15, and even 20% submission rate with our battle-tested checklist. All of this and more in our pop-up one-on-one video coming up. All right, guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. In this screen share right here, I actually prepared everything you need to know as an e-commerce store owner about your pop-ups, why they're important, how much money they can actually make you by keep optimizing that pop-up submission rate. I'll talk everything and more about this. This is 5 years worth of testing in our agency. In hopefully 10 minutes of your day, if you'd like to stay afterwards, I'll show you exactly how to implement everything using the checklist to hopefully 4x your list growth and get these amazing numbers and get that amazing ROI from email marketing. So let's jump right in to our first part here. Before we get started, guys, you should know that email marketing stands strong on 3 main pillars. The first one, pop-up. The second one, flows. The third one, campaigns. Today's video here is gonna be mainly about pop-ups, okay? We're gonna see how everything basically in your email marketing starts from pop-ups. And after you're done with this video, don't skip ahead. I recommend you to check out our flows and campaigns videos to keep optimizing your email marketing strategy, because we're not done just by having an amazing pop-up. Link to those other 2 videos in the description down below. Again, don't skip ahead, but you should watch them after you're done with this video. Now, what we'll cover in today's video: why your pop-up conversion rate matter, why that percentage is so crucial for your email marketing success, the exact formula we use to fix your pop-up, the most common mistakes we see with pop-ups inside of our Klaviyo audits, and a step-by-step checklist to implement everything you learned today fast. Your host today, just to give you a bit of a quick background about myself, because you shouldn't listen to anybody you just see on YouTube that want to give you advice. So I'm Nate, nice to meet you all from Klaviyo, and my agency has been obsessed about helping e-commerce store owners scale their email and SMS marketing faster and smarter. And over the past few years, we've audited over 1,000 Klaviyo accounts. And just in 2024 alone, we helped our managed stores, our partners, make over $40 million in email and SMS attributed revenue. And if you'd like to continue geek out on email marketing, I invite you to reach out to me on LinkedIn, send me a quick hi, and let's get the conversation going. I'd love to learn what are your struggles, what you're working with on your email marketing strategy. Now on to step number 1. Why does your pop-up conversion rate even matters? You know, why this percentage, 2%, 8%, why does that even matter? So for that, I actually drew a beautiful graph over here. Let me just explain you real quick how does your email marketing works and how does email marketing connect to your funnel. So this is your email marketing funnel: homepage, category pages, product pages, add to cart, checkout page, and ultimately at the very bottom here, cha-ching, you made a sale. The first thing that happens though, right before all of that, all the way to making a sale, you send traffic to your e-commerce store using Facebook, Google, through ads, right? A visitor click on your ad and then they're redirected to your homepage typically, right? Then the first piece in our email marketing strategy shows up, which is your pop-up, right? That pop-up that says, welcome, give me your email, I'll give you some discount, or I'll give you some sort of offer in exchange for your email or phone number. If they give you their email or phone number, what will happen automatically, the pop-up will send their information, email, phone number to your CRM. In our case, it's Klaviyo, and Klaviyo will automatically show them your welcome emails or SMS, right? So that's why the pop-up is connected to the welcome series. Now let's see how does that actually play out step by step. So somebody clicks on your ad on Facebook, Instagram, Google, etc. And let's say out of every 100 people you send to your homepage, again, right here, out of 100 people, only on average 2% give you their email or SMS information. That means only 2 people out of 100 will become new email or SMS subscribers for your e-commerce store. So why is that even, what does that even mean? Is that bad? Is that good? Let's check it out. If your average order value, let's say how much money a typical buyer spends with your store, let's say it's $100 on average, and then you send about 50,000 monthly visitors. They're not yet your subscribers. These are just people that saw your ad and they visit your website, all right? That's why it's monthly visitor. Let's say your visitor count on a monthly basis is 50K, and 2% of those 50K subscribe to your email list. That gives us 1,000 new email subscribers and $10,000 in revenue made by those subscribers on average. Now check this out. If we optimize this 2% to 8% submission rate, aka how many people actually became new email subscribers, just by optimizing this 2% to 8%, you, my friend, just made 3x more subscribers per month. New email subscribers went from 1,000 to 3,000. And your welcome flow revenue, just that one flow, went from 10K to $40,000 to 40K by optimizing this small little digit that many e-commerce stores, many e-commerce brands just neglect. A lot of people just think, I'll just set up my pop-up, I'll do it once, and that's it, I'm done, right? I'll give him 10% and that offer stays forever. Guess what? If you don't optimize, if this 2% doesn't go higher and higher every single month, you are not only losing new subscribers, as I said, you're leaving tens and thousands of dollars every single month, evidently, guys. And imagine, this is just on a monthly basis. This number does compound on a yearly basis, and every single month, you're just leaving a lot of money on the table. Now, what I want to do, I want to make everything I'm talking about as specific as possible to your store. What I want to do is invite you to download a profitability sheet, which is a Google sheet I actually put together. You input your current situation, average order value, your monthly site visitors that you can check in Google Analytics or a Shopify dashboard, and your current form conversion rate. And you can compare this side by side, how it is right now, the before, and then after. You can create this before and after for your store. You can input the exact numbers. All the information and more can be found in a link down below. You can download this profitability Excel sheet, and you can create a step-by-step before and after for your e-commerce store. More details about it in the link down below. And we have a beautiful blog post with all the details that you can actually be specific to your store, get the exact numbers for your store. Now moving on to step number 2. Some common issues we see with pop-ups for over 1,000 stores that we've audited. The first one, guys, offer issue. If your offer is too vague, too boring, people would not bother to just click on that little X if you see it at the top, and goodbye. Okay, they're not gonna bother. Don't miss out on our amazing offers. Too vague. You understand, guys? Nobody really cares about a vague offer. They want to know specific offer, and it needs to be good enough to convert cold traffic, visitors that just find out about your brand on a Google ad, Facebook ad. It needs to be exciting to convert them from cold visitors, cold leads into warm subscribers. People want to subscribe to your list. So that's the first issue, an offer issue. The second one is big forms. Check out this form, guys. Too many details to become a subscribers, right? First name, last name, email address. People are not gonna bother, give you all this information in order to become a subscriber. The third and fourth issue are connected to timing. It's either the pop-up pops up too slowly or too quickly, okay? That is something you gotta be obsessed about. What's the right time to show your pop-up? And I'll give you all of this, guys, no worries, later on in the video when we go over our checklist. The fifth issue, your pop-up is just hard to read. All right, check this out. Free UK standard delivery. I have to squint to read your pop-up offer. No. We have to make sure our pop-up it screams exactly what the offer is, and it's easy to understand. So hard to read pop-ups just don't get any attention. The sixth and final mistakes that we see is your pop-up is just too plain, too boring. Okay, this is not bad, the Only Bean, but let me show you what we did for this client, the Only Bean, how we really took their pop-up submission rate through the roof by optimizing it just in a second. Just be patient with me. So that's it for step number 2, guys. Moving on to step number 3. All right, step number 3, guys, our exact formula that we use, our battle-tested formula to make your pop-up submission rate go through the roof. So step number 1, guys, the offer. That's why it's the first step right here. Your offer matters the most, okay? Even if your design sucks, If the offer is good, people will still submit and subscribe to your pop-up. So the pop-up is the first thing we want to have inside of our winning submission rate formula. The second thing is timing. We want to show your pop-up at the right time, not too late, not too early. The third one is user experience, and I'm going to show you some great example on how to improve your user experience in just a second. As promised, guys, I want to show you that little example that I showed you with the only beans just a second ago. Check out what we did, how we improve their pop-up submission rate by using our winning formula. So this is the anatomy of a successful pop-up. All right, this is how we fix pop-ups every single day for our email marketing partners. First thing first that you should know, every good pop-up has a solid header. That's why the header here is the biggest thing that you see on the pop-up. What we want you to do, join the Bean Squad. The name of the brand, The Only Bean. Join the Bean Squad, a little bit of a play on words. And then the second thing here after the header is the subheader. The subheader here says, you're just one step away from snacking smarter. The third thing we have is copy of the body of the email of the pop-up, which is grab 15% your first order when you join our email list. We promise no spam, just delicious deals. Me and you, my friend, are smart email marketers, and we don't just want to tell our potential new email subscribers that we're going to spam them. We want to actually calm that side in their mind, because 80% of people that do e-commerce email marketing, they just spam people, and we're not like this. We do email marketing the smart way, and we want to tell our potential email subscriber, we're not going to spam you. We're just going to give you things that you care about, like deals, promotions, new product releases, etc. No spam for us. All right, so that's very important to just calm that mind of your average visitor that is bombarded by email marketing, that we're not going to be like everybody else. We're not going to spam them. Then after that, we have the email input in pink right here. Could be email, it could be SMS. I'm going to talk about it in a second. And then lastly, the call to action, right? It needs to be in a contrasting color, just like you see here. And it says join the Bean Squad. That's the call to action. Once I click that call to action, I have the success page. You're in. Thank you for joining the Snack Squad. You're officially part of the cool snack crew. And here is our first piece of strategy that I'd like to show you, the dynamic block. This, my friend, is what makes pop-ups a lot more user-friendly. Once they click here, this will automatically apply the code at their checkout. It prevents from holding and finding the code and copying and pasting it. This is a hack, guys, and I want you to start using it. If you want to see how to set it up, in the same blog post that I just told you to download the profitability sheet a second ago, you have a step-by-step guide on how to set up this dynamic block. Okay, so here we have hero images of the product page. This is a big part of your user experience. Product page and lifestyle image. How to use the product. Here we have a delicious representation on top of avocado toast right here, and this helps with conversions dramatically. Okay, I want to give you an extra step here, guys. Let's take a look at some things you should do instead for your pop-up strategy. These are some very good user experience by top 8, 9, and 8 and 10-figure brands. Example number 1, teaser first. It's a non-in-your-face approach, and let me explain. So many e-commerce brands, when we speak to them, they know they need the pop-up, but they say, Nate, look, I don't want to be annoying. These pop-ups, they tend to be annoying for our customers. What I tell them, use this teaser first approach, which basically means just show a small little teaser like this, 20% off in the corner. It's quiet, it's low key, and only if I want to shop around and I added some things to my cart and then I want to get that 20% off, I want to score myself a deal, then I click on that take 20% off teaser at the bottom of the screen like this. I click on it and then the pop-up shows and asks me, in this example, from my phone number, and only then I become a subscriber and I get my 20% off, right? So it's very, very, very subtle, guys, and you can use this as well. You can test this for your e-commerce store. The second example is by one of my favorite brand out there, Dr. Squash. They've been featured on a Super Bowl, one of the craziest success stories for an e-commerce brand out there in our recent, in the recent years. Dr. Squash did what we call a micro commitment strategy. What does that mean? you get a pop-up. It doesn't ask for your email address immediately. First, it tells you choose an emblem to reveal your mystery discount. So it's 2-3 things that actually play psychologically on your minds. The first one, curiosity. Curiosity, guys, sells. Second strategy is gamifying the experience for you guys. So it's not just like the typical pop-up that says, hey, just give me your email and get a discount. They actually gamify it. They tell you, click on something, click on a mystery discount, you click on whatever emblem, and only then it shows you your offer, and then it asks you for your email to redeem it. So that's very, very smart. The third thing that they do actually is they used a very, very large pop-up, which does help you with not, distracting your mind. It's not like a small pop-up. It's actually a big enough pop-up on mobile that grabs your attention. And this is actually a great strategy that you can use as well for your email marketing. And once you give me your email, they give you a success page, you're in. All right, our third and final example by Jukebox or Jokebox, I'm not too sure the spelling, but it's the sister brand of Dr. Squash. And here they have SMS first, email second approach. So as you actually land on the site, after a few seconds, they ask you to become a VIP and give your mobile number, which we can learn 2 things from this. Number one, they've done a lot of research on their traffic. They figure out that most of their traffic most likely comes from mobile and not from desktop. That's why they ask for the mobile number of their potential subscribers first. Later, you confirm your mobile, and then they ask for your email address. So this is why I always say to my partner, my email clients, don't just assume that your pop-up is great. Always test this, guys. Make sure that you give a great user experience. If your traffic mainly comes from mobile, you might want to ask for mobile first, for SMS first, because it will be a lot easier for somebody to confirm their subscription via text than via email. All right. So this is why test, not only the offer, but also the user experience, where the traffic comes from. You can actually check on that quite easily in your Shopify dashboard and see where mainly your traffic comes from. It's mobile, desktop, and basically decide on a strategy for your pop-up. Quick thing about that also, we also have an SMS step for the Only Bean. You can see how that looks like. Ready to go VIP, confirmation of SMS. You can also add that for your pop-up if you'd like to do email, SMS confirmation, and then email confirmation at the very end. Now, after we found out what's the exact formula to use for your winning pop-up, step number 4, let's set up everything step by step using our battle-tested checklist. You already checked out that blog post that has tutorial videos on how to set up everything, has the profitability sheet. Now I invite you to download the checklist. Scroll all the way down and you'll find this opt-in our pop-up. This is an embedded form actually. You give me your name and email and you can get access to our cheat sheet for free. So I'm gonna pause the video, take a little sip of my mate here, and I'll wait for you to download it so we can go over it together. All right, so if you've downloaded our checklist, this is what you should see, 5 steps. And at the end, we have an AI prompt that is a little bonus for you guys that you stuck around to watch the video till the end. I'm gonna help you write your copy using our winning formula for your site, literally with 2 simple things that you need to input, which is your domain and the offer. That is it, guys. You're gonna get a beautiful and highly optimized pop-up copy. So wait for that till the end. Let's just go over real quick the checklist and see how to use it. So first thing first, we need to craft an irresistible offer. The offer is the most important thing about your pop-up. If the offer is good, even if the design is bad, people will still opt in. So here are a few suggestions that you can use for your pop-up. If it's above 100, let's say $1,000, you want to use a dollar amount. So imagine this, you sell a product, it's $1,000 and you say get 10% off, right? So 10% off on $1,000, the amount 10% sounds less attractive than if I would say get $100 off. So that's why you want to optimize that based on your offer. Mystery discount, just like we saw with Dr. Squash, free gift with purchase, free shipping, first-time buyers, giveaway entry, exclusive guide or research, or early access to sales and new launches. All right. The first checklist item we have is the pop-up goal clear, email, SMS, or both. Is the offer strong, specific, and easy to understand? And lastly, does the message of the pop-up, the offer align with converting cold traffic to warm leads. That is our main goal, guys, right? Don't forget that when you create your pop-up offer. Second step right here, pick the format that best fits your site experience. So either pop-up or flyout. More about this in the blog post that you were just in to download the checklist. We have a beautiful representation of what is a pop-up, what is a flyout. If my editor is kind enough, I'll ask him to show it on the screen. Checklist. Are you using a classic or micro commitment structure? I have all the explanation on both inside of the blog post, but basically it's either classic pop-up. Welcome, here's 15%, give me your email, just like we saw with the Only Bean, or like Dr. Squash, click on something, and then I reveal your offer and give you the discount. Then you want to decide, do you want to try first a pop-up or a flyout, right? Whether you use micro commitment or not, do you want the pop-up to fly out or just come to the center of the screen? Once you decide on that, click on this and move on to step number 3, the design of your pop-up. So first thing first, we want to use one input per step, just like we saw with the Only Bean, either email or SMS first, or SMS then email, but one input at a time to reduce friction. Then we want to choose either a 4 to 12 second after page load delay or 60% of session time. More about this, I have a dedicated video in our blog post to explain that. I don't want to waste time here. If you want to go pro and try something unique, try this out for your e-commerce store. Then a few other things here, like covering 70% of the screen of when the pop-up shows up, just to make sure it's large enough on mobile, just like the top examples that we saw. Header, subheader, body copy. There's certain word count that we want to keep. Is the offer visually dominant? You don't want to hide it. You want to make sure it's nice and bold. And close form replaces the X. Try to put like a text that says, no thank you, I'd like to pay full price, for example. That can really help with your pop-up submission rate as well. Here is an example of the Only Bean we already saw, and we'll use this in just a second to create a beautiful copy using AI for your stores in seconds. Step number 4, guys, keep on A/B testing. I cannot stress how much A/B testing is important. I just showed you top brands and how different each one of those brands uses for their pop-up offer, and they keep on testing it to get the highest opt-in rate they possibly can every single month. You should do exactly the same. And here's a quick checklist, what you can test if you'd like. There's no real significance to if you do offer first or pop-up type or delay timing, but these are just some suggestions you can try for your store. But here's the most important step. Just test one thing at a time, because otherwise you wouldn't know what caused the success of that, A/B test, right? So either offer first and then you can try pop-up versus flyout or delay, time delay, etc. Step number 5, a beautiful checklist that we use in-house. This is our very own checklist that we use in order to quality check our pop-up before we hit publish. So you can go through this step by step. And now to the moment I'm personally so excited for. Let's actually use this whole thing and the AI to craft your pop-up copy together. So all we need to do is just grab everything. You can click on Command A or Control A if you're in Windows. I'm on Mac, so it's Command A. So it selects everything. Now we want to click on Command C or Control C, which is copy. Go to ChatGPT and hit Command or Control V. All right, just like that. And in order to use this beautiful prompt, you just need to remove what's in square brackets. So instead of just writing about your product, just input your URL. It will work for any URL that is live, that is currently working, and AI will actually scan your website. That's how easy it is. Just input the URL and we'll use an offer. I want to use 10% off. Let's actually use 15% off. So I delete everything and we'll write offer is 15% off. So take the example from step 3, which is up top, and write a high converting e-commerce pop-up form for Dr. Squash. That's the URL that I want to give as an example that offers 15%, and hit enter. That's it, guys. Let the magic happen right now. Sure, here's a hard converting e-commerce pop-up that tailors Dr. Squash. That is tailored for Dr. Squash using the principle of your checklist, offering 50% off. So let's check it out. Header, smell like a legend. All right, I like that. Subheader, 15% off just for joining the Squatch Squad. All right, that's nice. Unlock 15% your first order of all natural soaps, deodorants, and more. No BS, just better grooming. CTA, claim your 15% off. All right, I like that. And if I need any changes, I can actually make them right here. Ask ChatGPT, change, I don't know, maybe squat to something else, and it will make it for you in a matter of seconds, guys. So you can actually use our formula for your e-commerce store. And let me know in the comments down below if you like the copy. And I'm excited to hear if it actually worked for you guys as well, just like it did for a lot of our clients. Now, guys, that's the end of our video. If you found this video helpful, please leave us a comment down below to tell us what you liked about it the most and where you still have any questions, if any. If you want to keep scaling your e-commerce store email marketing, make sure to watch our next two videos about flows, the automation, and campaigns. Actually have similar prompts and step-by-step guides that you can actually implement for your e-commerce store for flows and campaigns in literally minutes. If this video was helpful, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to our channel. And if you want my team and I to dive in to your Klaviyo account and give you one of our famous audits that will show you low-hanging fruit and long-term strategy, a link down below to apply for a Klaviyo audit that is free, but we have limited seats every single month, so make sure you apply as soon as possible. I was Nate, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I did invest a lot of time to make sure it's perfect for you guys, so I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.